Hello and welcome to another edition of The Chaotic Minds. I am your host, Devontae Ewing, aka DJ Thunderbase, and I am joined today with my co-hosts.
Hey, how you guys doing today? I'm Henry Motney, also known as Mayhem Hearts Mace.
And I am Dark Trooper, coming to you from you live from a very secret location, aka my couch.
And we will get things kicked off today with our weather forecast as we seem to be having a pretty good week from the looks of it. As you can see here, we seem to be having some pretty good weather throughout the night tonight and into the morning tomorrow, at least here in the Lansing area, in Eden County. And then, as we look on to our forecast for the upcoming week, as you can see, we've got some pretty nice weather going to be up in the 70s, mid 70s, all the way up into next week. And it looks like there is going to be some really nice weather with some sun peeking out all week, only until Tuesday when we get some cloud coverage. How's it looking for you guys, though?
Yeah, it's going to get nice and warm, sunny the next couple of days. Then it's going to go sunny, 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 rain.
Yeah, the rain sucked recently. It's very foggy and misty in the morning. Be mindful
But,
on the roads.
but it is nice because it's like on last Sunday I didn't do anything. It was raining all day and I was like, oh god, this is a perfect day to just sit in my ass and play video games.
Yeah, so we can look forward to having some good weather. It might be some time to go out to the beach or even just hang out at a park. But be mindful because, as you know, here in Michigan, the weather could change just like that.
Hell, there are already people out on the lake in their boats where I am.
Yeah, it's that time of year again when most fun spring to summer activities start getting going. And when you go out for these activities, you might want to stay safe out there, but you might need a little bit of advice if you're going out there with a little someone special.
All right, guys, girls, and school worlds. How you guys doing today? So, coming out there when you're with a significant other, and you're walking down the street. I understand the concept of they say chivalry is dead, but I don't believe so. I believe there's still a significant few, such as myself and many others that I know, that keep it alive. You're always supposed to be the one walking on towards the road area with the lady on the inside. It's more for protection of splashes, rain, and or people being rude or muggers. Someone trying to harm or smash into somebody as well. Or random signs. You don't want to walk into those. It's not fun. That's one thing for it. Another thing when it comes down to it, opening doors. Opening doors is just a common courtesy and respect. Doesn't mean you should always do it to everybody. But I do it for everybody that I get a chance to, unless they're rude or disrespectful to me. So that comes down to just being kind. Also, when it comes to relationships and everything, if you know that someone has a said injury and or harm that's ever happened to them in their past, and you're with them and you know that it hurts when they're it's raining or such, like they have a injured ankle or injured shoulder or whatnot, you can always ask or imply to, massage or help them out to make them feel a little better after hard day or rain or pain. Now, besides that, for any kind of suggestions, does anybody else have any suggestions for relationship advice or ideas?
It's really with a relationship. It's really important to be as open as physically possible, as well as open as you feel comfortable with, because secrets are killers to a relationship, regardless of what kind of relationship. It could be a physical relation, like a girlfriend, boyfriend, just a best friend, or anything. When you keep secrets about certain things, like, oh, say your best friend knows that you know that your best friend is girl is cheating on him, and you don't tell him, that's really going to destroy the trust in the relationship. I'm not saying that you should be blunt about it, but you should try and get the information to them in some way, shape, or form. Because I don't care about I care about my friend. So it's like, and if you know she's not faithful, it's kind of your responsibility to find a way to get the guy the information.
Yeah, I believe so as well, especially when it comes to being a good friend. When you're trying to be a good friend to your homie, your best friend, your buddy, someone that's like you're been there for you, you're going through a hard time, and you catch his girl walking with, or significant other, say vice versa, your lady friend, and they see a male friend with another girl they're not supposed to be with. You see them kissing and hugging, dugging, and you know that they're in a relationship with somebody else. I would suggest to always be the one to be, hey man, by the way, this is what I saw. If you don't believe me, here's a picture, or you can ask them and see if they react and or freak out at you. Sometimes when you ask that question and they can give you a negative reaction, or they'll try to start accusing you instead. It's a projection method. It's something they do to deflect or change subject or use emotions or cry about it to make you feel some kind of way and go, I don't know why it just happened this. No, you don't let that fly in a relationship. Yet you have communication, you talk about things, you know if someone's been talking behind someone's back or not. It's not right to do. You always communicate when it comes to a relationship. You don't do those kind of things. If you're looking for a way out of a relationship, you should already be walking out the relationship then. You shouldn't be plotting, planning, and seeing how much you can take from one person just to harm them. It's not right. It's not fair. It's messed up. Those are my thoughts. What are yours?
Also, if you're in a relationship with someone, don't hide parts about yourself. I mean, like, yes, it's good if you're trying to test the person, but don't keep hiding it once you realize what you were trying to get out of them. If you want to stay true, stay happy, be honest. But also,
Loyalty is key.
be safe.
So, for safety tips and worriments of scammers, I have a story for you guys this week. So, within the time, you always get those phone calls talking about some kind of insurance and such. And they'll say, press 3 or press 5. They're a scammer. They're trying to lie and manipulate and steal from you. Get your information. Once you start telling them you're recording, or you start mentioning what they're doing is incorrect or they're lying, they start hanging up on you. Or they start having somebody try to badger you on the other end. I have some crazy phone calls within the past week. Some rude people that are overseas talking, lying, and scamming. I had another one try to call me about a car, saying something about a Mini Cooper, which is hilarious because never have I ever, nor will I ever, own that type of vehicle. That's very strange and funny. I hear a dog snoring at me. It's hilarious. And when it comes to the scammers, I would suggest to either just block their numbers, hang up on them, or you can be fun like me and badger them until they block your numbers or make it so they shut those numbers down and you never have to worry about that again. So, what about you guys? Do you have any safety tips or any interesting stories about scammers recently, or things about work, or safety reasons?
If you are going camping, now that it's getting warming up and people are probably going camping now, do not eat random flora do not eat random flora. Rule of thumb is if you do not know what it is, do not eat it.
Or wipe your buttocks with it.
Because I guarantee you will pick something that will not agree with you, and it will come out one way or the other, and it will not be pleasant when it comes out, or it won't come out. You'll end up being worm food for the plants around you. So please, because there are tons of plants in the woods that will love nothing more than to rip your insides apart. So
Yeah.
please, if you're going camping, remember to bring your food and make sure you don't share it with bears.
Yes, always keep yourself sealed up so the smell does not reach other animals or catch their attention.
Because I guarantee you there are plenty of animals out in the wilderness who will love to share your snacks with you.
This is the time usually it is best sometimes for you to carry such as a firearm, such as a shotgun. Surprisingly, bears know what a shotgun sounds like when you cock the shotgun and you pump it. And they hear, they go, and they start moving away. Had this happen at least 3 times in my life. Twice with my father saving all of us when we were little, and once by myself. That's
a very distinct sound.
Yeah, and once they know what that sound is, they're like, hey, I know you're hostile. I'm not going to get shot in the face today. Even though they could probably rip me apart and kill me, but I'm getting a couple shots in.
That should be a Family Guy skit, I swear.
Watch it be in a couple weeks. Where's our paycheck?
Also, make sure to clean up your campgrounds. It's not hygienic for the environment, let alone the creatures that live within the environment. If you leave your campground messy, or possible toxins, and also careful where you set your campfires, because as Smokey the Bear once said, only you can prevent forest fires.
Yep, and the concept with that is not just letting it cinder out, but pouring water over it after. Because just because it's ashes and doesn't look like there's smoke right now, doesn't mean there's still something burning under it. The second a wind picks up, it'll kick it right up, and anything dry is going to go.
As many campgrounds have said, bring only footsteps and bring only water and leave only footsteps.
Yep. You want to be respectful to Mother Nature, because I promise you, Mother Nature is not pleasant on being kind back. Yeah. Mother Gaia is very powerful for a reason. You do not tick her off, and she will not, squish you with whatever means that happens to be around.
Oh wait, that's the Egyptian sky god. Never mind.
A random boulder, random tornado, random tree, random badger, honey badger. Watch out.
Normal badgers are not very nice either.
No.
No.
Wolverines aren't either. They're small and angry. Bobcats. I've dealt with a few things, camping and hunting. I like bow hunting at times. It's quiet.
It's challenge.
Yeah. The bow is very fun. I have crossbows, bows, but I prefer the bow.
However, we are in May now, and
Cool. Yeah.
as we have come to May, there's also a lot of birthdays. So let's all celebrate those wonderful celebrity birthdays.
Woo! That's you, big guy.
Oh yeah.
Your-
Oh,
Your
hello everybody.
weekly masochism debut.
For May 1st, we'll start off. We're gonna start off with the model Camila Ajora. Wow, I already started off that way.
You already started.
23 model. What do you know? I did modeling for a while. That was fun. It was weird because I always wanted to put my shoulders like this when my shoulders do this. All right, we got another one. Got a this is interesting. YNW Melly 26 rapper. This guy has all gold teeth at 26. Like, man, is that a grill or is that actually your teeth? Because, homie, you're gonna conduct some lightning.
Either way, that's not a good thing.
Should be his next song. All right, Lizzie Green, 22, TV actress. And then we'll do one more. All right, here we go. Tiffany Stratton, 26, wrestler.
Wrestler.
Yep.
Wrestler.
I like being a pro wrestler. It was fun. Over 12 years of it. No,
And the current
5 years on
WWE
TV.
Women's Champion.
I was Great Lakes champion, undefeated for 2 years, and I technically didn't lose the belt because no one pinned me or tapped me out. They pinned somebody else. I was out of the ring and just getting in. All right, May 2nd. Dwayne The Rock Johnson, 53, movie actor, right? Just right off rip, one wrestler after another. He says movie actor, but no, he's a wrestler first, before movie actor.
Mhm.
You're very good friends with Kevin Hart.
Oh yeah, dude, those guys became the best of buddies. I love them in so many different movies. I've actually enjoyed him in Jumanji, the
Final
two,
Boss.
I like those ones. Yeah,
Yeah, have you ever seen the behind the scenes with those two? Oh my God, it's so funny. There's one where he's in his car. He's got the mean look on. He goes, "Hey, get the F out of the way!" And then Kevin Hart starts talking smack talk. He's like, "Oh, big guy, you have to walk around the car. You have to go do."
I love it. It's great because I bet the whole time Dwayne was trying his hardest not to crack up and smile and be like, "I'm gonna hit you."
And then he's driving past these other actors like, "Oh, wait a minute, what the hell? You too good to walk with us? Oh, wait, you get a car?"
All right.
It's like,
And yes, happy birthday, Brahmo Bull, the final boss, the people's champ, Dwayne The Rock Johnson.
Oh yes, and next on the list is David Beckham, 50, soccer player
David
or
Beckham.
football player. Either way you want to be said.
football.
Got another rapper right here, DC Young Fly, 33 rapper.
Who comes up with these names?
They look for names that are legal. Because somebody took all the good names purposely for you to pay them so they own your name. I own my names though.
Orange popsicle.
Y'all. I got a oh my god, I'm staying away from all the YouTube and TikTok stars. That's just insane. Bam Bam, 28, rapper. One of the
Must have liked the
Asian.
Flintstones.
Yeah, Asian rappers. Very interesting.
You must have really liked the Flintstones.
Yep, we got one last one here. Christina Barskin, Barsky, 73, movie actress.
What's she
I've
been
seen
in?
her many things. Let me see right now. Big Bang Theory, Good Wife, The Good Fight, Chicago, Into the Woods, Adam's Family Values,
If I'm not mistaken,
How
wasn't
the Grinch
she
Stole
Amy?
Christmas.
Wasn't
She
she
was
Amy in Big Bang?
no, this is the older lady. This is supposed to be the mom, whatever.
Ah, okay.
She was in the Grinch with Jim Carrey. She was supposed to be the girl that he had a crush on the whole time and kept.
Oh.
That was
Oh,
her.
that girl, that woman.
I remember
Yeah.
who that is
I
now.
think she
just-
just doing a law show.
That was 30 years ago.
Isn't she doing?
Wow. Back to it, guys. That was funny. You got another one. Matt Berry, 51, a comedian. Also, he did acting too, but mostly B-rated movies. I think he did one A-rated movie. I've worked on mostly D and C and 1B.
I've worked on exactly 0.
Technically, I'm a background person for for the Batman vs Superman, but
Same.
I didn't know it was in it until later on when they told us, and we're like, oh, because we were actually moving carpet, and they're just like, keep it in the scene. It looks real. It was real. We were actually doing carpet. We were ripping out the carpet, putting all new carpet in and everything, doing our job, and we look out, and we see Ben Affleck, we're like, and he's just walking down the street on his cell phone. We're like, what the hell's going on? And we see cameras, and we're like, oh. It was hilarious. All right, back to it, guys. Here's another one. As a wrestler, he's gonna be the last one for this one. Big Boss Man, 1963 to 2004 pro wrestler. He was, yeah, rest in peace. He was a good wrestler. That was guy. That man. May 3rd.
Yeah.
Should we? All right, fine. I'll do it. May 3rd. Rachel Ziegler, 24, the stage actress that recently did Snow White and
Snow
White.
And then
Snow White herself.
and then went on the internet and then bashed all her fans and then going off the deep end. It's like and literally throwing a torpedo to her career.
She had an opportunity to get as big as Jenna Ortega.
And
flopped big time.
Oh man, and she already has her soul owned by Hollywood. It's too late for her.
By Disney.
That's even worse. Hollywood's burnt down, so half their stuff's gone. Disney's like, we still own everything.
No,
I mean,
no, it's not that way. It's like,
oh. But back to it. Yep. Next is country singer Ella Langley, 26.
who?
A country singer. I don't know.
Really
Sorry.
great.
He would know. That's not my genre much. I only know like a couple people from country, and it's like Reba. I know Reba. I like Reba, and I know Willie Nelson.
Do the chocolate drops count too? The Carolina chocolate drops count, or is that something else? Bluegrass.
The Lights Went Out in Georgia is my favorite song. That's a country song. Besides, recently, actually done by a mostly metal singer, Ronnie. He did a country song that actually had Blair White featured in it for her music in the music video, and it was great. And Jelly Roll was in it as well. And me and my brother we start singing it as like a karaoke because it's something we relate to. That song is so true. But back to it. Eric Crunch, 48, another country singer.
Eric Crunch.
It's Crunch.
People with their name.
Hurch. Crunch.
I guarantee he was bullied in school.
Got another one right here called Why did I do this to myself? Why? Kelminitifi. 39 movie actress? I'm sorry. Wow. Kelminitifi.
I gotta look it up.
Yeah, just look up May 3rd movie birthdays, and she'll be popping up there as number 15. I'm sorry I said your name wrong. I'm horrible at this. I love it, though. It's so fun. Dual Hill, 50, TV actor. Seen him in a lot of things. We'll do one more for this, and then we're going to switch to the fourth. And got to keep going, guys. Rob Barden, 60. He is a movie actor.
Wow.
May 4th now. Let's go with Ava Butler, 20, YouTube star. I have no idea who you are. I didn't mean to go for you.
I've seen a couple of her videos.
Okay. Audrey Hepburn, 1929 to 1993 movie actress. Yep. She was in a lot of things. I remember. Very pretty. Very, very pretty. Jackie Jackson, 74, pop singer. Ooh, nice. I know him. Let's go with another one. Go Rex Orange Country, 27, pop singer. Rex Orange Country. So I'm thinking of an orange T-Rex in the country.
I honestly thought you were saying he was a country artist.
It's a pop singer.
That's a new one. But happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
And then last one for this one. No, we'll go two more. Mike Durant, 53, bassist. He is, I believe, the Green Day bassist. And then got last one is So Yanni, 31, pop singer.
Okay.
Now, May 5th. Jenna Davis, 21, TV actress. Wow, she's 21?
Oh.
Seriously, to be honest, thought she was a little older. Adele, 37, pop singer.
Oh.
Wow.
Wow, actually, I've heard of Adele for years. Thought she was actually, to be honest, older because I've known her since I was young.
Are we on
when I was young? No disrespect. Ooh, one of my favorites, Henry Cavill.
That's what I was going to say.
Oh, nice.
The
Sorry,
Man of Steel, The Witcher, both great series. And he is currently working on a Warhammer 40K series, and that he is working on. And if Amazon has any brains in their heads, they literally give him his head and let him do it. Don't give him any, just to tell him, I want this, this, and this, make it happen. And just go.
At first they did, and then they started wanting to control everything and ruined it. He walked away for a while, and then he came back. So let's all hope, because
And this is not sponsored. Heads up, this is not sponsored.
To let you know, I am not sponsoring Amazon. They do not like me, and I do not like them, because I know what's behind the scenes, and they don't like that I know. And I'm still on their top board for one of their best workers. I'm sorry. You can't get me off the record because no one is as physically fit as me in that way. At least you're not going to have no super athlete be working there for a while just to beat that record. He's like, I'm not going to sit there for a year and do this. All right, back to it. It got Jax, 29, pop singer.
Okay.
Wow, that guy had a funny face. Okay, I'm not saying his name. Oh my God, I'm not talking about that person. Okay, we're gonna go with you. Danielle Fischel, 44, TV actress, girl from Boy Meets World. The love interest. What's her name?
Topanga.
Topanga. I had such the most awkward crush on her. I didn't know she was older than me.
And she still looks great.
One last one for this, then we'll switch to the next one. Mark McKean, 29, movie actor.
Nice.
May 6th, we're almost caught up. Got Angel Reese, 23, basketball player. We got Meek Mill, 38, rapper. Ooh, we got George Clooney, 64, movie actor.
Oh.
I enjoyed his Batman, but only because I thought of it as the cartoon version
The
Mhm.
Batman.
in live action. Like, especially with Arnold Schwarzenegger, because I was a big Arnold Schwarzenegger fan.
Hmm.
Honestly, with that one, I think they just put way too much star power in it. That's the big thing.
They put too much in promotions about trying to get you to do other things except watch the movie.
Though I did like their banter. That was fun.
Yes, it was good. All right, Shady Sandler, 19, movie actress. And we'll do one last one for this one. Chris Paul, 40, basketball player.
And yours
Then-
truly.
Oh, yes. You can, if you guys want to know, DJ Thunderbase himself, that was for yesterday,
Mhm.
his birthday, which is another star himself. You guys can check him out on his music, DJ Thunderbase, and all the different albums that he releases. He doesn't do just music. He does combat, performances, singing, art, D&D. The guy does it all.
And movies.
Still going. Oh yeah, and he does movies and acting.
And he's a very good Parcheesi player.
He's actually a really good chess player. Well, you guys know that as well. As he fought against me in the Yu-Gi-Oh tournaments.
Mhm.
Not many people can hold against me. I'll let you know that. And this is
I
one
came
of the
close
nerds
to
talking.
actually beating you.
You're very close. I was just not telling you I had Exodia in my hand until the last turn.
But that's usual for you.
But let's go to May 7th now.
Today.
Oh, yes. Elijah Nelson, 26, TV actor. That's the name I want to name my son. Not the last name, just the first. Yeah, right. Here we go. Mijing, 21, pop singer. You probably know who she is. One of those famous Asian pop singers. She is, let me see, a Korean pop singer,
Mhm.
South Korean pop singer. The group New Jeans. All right, let's go to the next. Here we go. Rico Nasty, 28, rapper.
Nice.
Why is your last name Nasty? I'm curious and scared at the same time to ask.
He's got
Just
a lot of
saying.
reasons for those.
Kevin Owens, 41, wrestler.
Big KO.
Pretty cool.
He turned on
Alexander
Sami
Ludwig.
Zayn.
Oh yeah,
Yep. Elimination Chamber. He turned on his buddy Sami Zayn.
it was never the same again.
Sammy can't wrestle anymore. He actually put him out of commission.
That's sad. All right, Alexander Ludwig, 33, movie actor. And we'll go do one last one. See who we got here. Hey, I'm not reading that name. I can't even read that language. Here we go. Beckman Meyer, 51, movie actor. I've seen him in things. Rat Race, Clueless, Drew Barrymore. He was doing a lot of different ones.
Mhm.
All right, but that is all for now for the birthday. So back to you for the studios.
Hello, all you amateur detectives out there in the wide world of the internet. Tonight, I thought we would go through something a little different because the last couple of episodes we've been doing nothing but Greek mythology. I thought we would go someplace a little bit more Irish. Tonight, I thought we would talk about the Morrigan, the goddess in Irish mythology who is primarily known as the goddess of death, war, and fate. But the problem is that the Morrigan was more than that. She's a very complicated goddess. And the problem with Celtic mythology in general, and Irish mythology in general, there's not really much known about it because the simple fact is that Irish mythology is only known because it was written down by Christian missionaries and they had their own biases towards that. So we're seeing it through the eyes of a Christian monastery. So I know that's an interlude. But the Morrigan was one of the biggest stories they had was a warrior was walking down a well-trodden path and he sees a woman cleaning an outfit, a shirt in the stream. As he's walking towards her, he started seeing the clothing. And it's like, those clothes look kind of familiar. As he gets closer and closer, he starts realizing those look exactly like the clothes I'm wearing right now. As he passes the woman, she looks up at him. And he looks at her. And he just had this dread going through his heart. Because he just felt like he just walked over his own grave. Because was the Morrigan. She was choosing him because he knew he was going. He didn't believe it, but in his heart he knew that he was going to die in the next battle. Now the Morrigan is not just a goddess of death and destruction. She's also a goddess of fate. Now, in many mythologies, she's actually a tri-goddess, which is mean that she's actually three, and her other three were Babe and Macahal. Sorry if I pronounced that wrong. Irish is really difficult to pronounce. Now the Morrigan is actually in some mythologies it's actually a name, and others it's a title. So she is part of what the Irish call the Tuatha Dé Danann, which is the Irish gods. Now the Tuatha Dé Danann are not technically native to Ireland. They came in a long time and they fought two major battles against the Fairborns and the Fomorians, two creatures who were native born to Ireland, and they fought very hard to win the battle. And the Battle of Mactatir. The Morrigan's name means the Great Queen or the Phantom Queen, depending on which part of Ireland you're talking about. She is also known as a shapeshifter because she normally transforms into a crow, a raven, an eel. What's the other one?
Like a druid.
Yeah, she's basically all the Tuatha Dé Danann are druids. And they all have the ability to transform into different animals, but nothing that's nothing below the food chain. It's always some kind of predator or some type of non like they don't turn into rabbits. I should say it that way.
They turn into something they can still have an offensive.
Yeah, they can turn to animals that can have a chance of fighting. Like owls and ravens and hawks and
offensive creatures.
Yeah, bears,
wolves and foxes and oh my.
Now the Morrigan did fight in the battles of Tí na Mór. She fought in both of them, and she wreaked absolute havoc. She inspired them. So she's not just a goddess of war, which she was actually feared for. She's actually many mythologies, she's actually very feared, but she's actually she's a very complicated goddess. So And to summarize, I personally love the Morrigan because she's just an awesome goddess because she's loved and hated, she's feared, she's beloved, she's all these things and more. And she's just such a pivotal role. Like her part of her powers is to see fate. So she actually is so smart that she actually does a small thing here to get a bigger result later down the line.
She makes a ripple effect.
Yeah, pretty much. So do you guys have any questions about what we discussed?
Yeah, when through history and time, Morrigan was known for other things as well, because they actually connected her with Loki in like Marvel as a sorceress, like a mystical sorceress. I don't know if it's the same girl or not, though.
It's not.
Not?
Because the thing is, the Morrigan is so complicated that she's actually been tied to many things, like Morgan Le Fay, several goddesses.
Oh, yeah, she's called Morgan Le Fay.
But she's not the same person. That's the thing.
They just based her off it. That's what it is, probably.
Probably. Like, she's also been connected to the Banshee, for example, because she lets out such a terrible cry, and she's connected with death, and that's what a Banshee is.
Yeah, just like the song.
She is a strong-willed, very bold, very straightforward goddess, and she will not pull her punches. Like, she will tell you, if she tells you you're gonna die, you're gonna die.
There's only one thing she would fear, and it'd be Mother Gaia.
Pretty much, yeah.
But she respects and worships her. That's why Mother Gaia gives her the gift of shape-shifting, or wild shape is actually the proper way to say it for them, because
other elder abilities, but like controlling her body, healing herself. But we're going off time.
Yeah, that falls under druidity, but nonetheless. Back to you, Thunderbase Studios.
All right. And I'd say it's time for game time.
Game time.
What do you guys want to talk about?
All right, so it comes to like the video games and everything. I love the topic that we were talking about earlier about Warhammer. Have you guys ever played the original Dawn of War computer PC game?
No, but I know the game.
I haven't played it yet.
I own all of those.
I've played Warhammer video games, and I mostly played the video games. I've never played the tabletop. I played Space Marine 2, Space Marine 1, Space Hulk, the newer one.
Played both tabletop and video games.
I dabbled in Battle Selector with the Blood Angels versus the Tyranids. I mostly read the books, honestly, because I honestly love the books.
Most I've done so far is just seeing a few videos and have played War Machine.
Well, Dark Trooper, you're our lore master.
It depends on which lore you're talking about, because Warhammer, we could literally sit here, we can
for hours,
for
days,
and still only scratch the surface of Warhammer lore.
I've only read maybe probably 19 books.
Did you say you finished the Horus Heresy?
Yeah, Horus Heresy.
Yeah, that's more than 19 books.
Okay.
That's like 60 books.
Then something else. Because that one mostly was all in auto. I read half, and then the rest went auto
Yeah.
because that's a lot, and I just didn't have time.
Quick topic then. What would your opinions be towards the concept of Warhammer being the same universe as World of Warcraft?
It is. They've clarified that many years ago, stating that the World of Warcraft is before the K. This is Warhammer 40K. That's what it is. It's World of Warcraft, but
it's
40,
it's the 41st millennia.
yeah. And what was the successors of the war mostly was humans, orcs, and elves, and then demons, because sadly the dwarves dissipated and only stayed near the homelands, and only were used for small squads of strike force until they were whittled out to non-existence. And the ones that did
they actually recently, I think last year, brought in back the dwarves and as space dwarves.
Yeah, I noticed because I have a crap load of them that been popping up all over the internet now, and I ordered quite a few of them. So we have, when I do make my Warhammer story, we have at least 3 squads of dwarves for different things: a sniper unit, infiltrating unit, and then just a straight up SWAT unit. They're all Warhammer style.
I know recently that they're adding they just recently announced that they're making Space Marine 3 is in development, but luckily they're not abandoning Space Marine 2. So they still have a schedule of what they're still releasing more skins, more content, more they're bringing a chaplain into the game, into Space Marine 2, because that was really what they wanted. I think they're also working on bringing an apothecary, for those of you who don't know. Those are different specializations for Space Marines in the Adeptus Astartes. I mean, it was inevitable. It was inevitable we were going to talk about Warhammer at some point in this podcast.
I'm sorry, I started this. But for a game,
hey, we can save more talk of that for next time. But first, we got to get into our quick upcoming events.
All right, so who would like to start off for upcoming events? If not, I'll start.
Just looking it up right now.
Okay, so while he's looking it up, I have I'll start off with the ones that I've been mentioning every week. We have the May 18th Memorial Day Parade in Lincoln Park City at 1 p.m. They'll be starting off with that. And I hope to see everybody there. Also, for our next one is we have the Hands of the City Presents Downriver Comics and Collector Show, Toys, Comics, Collectibles, and more. Saturday, June 7th, 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Sunday, June 8th, 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. at Lincoln Park High School Gymnasium. Also, there will be people featured there, such as the Big Brain Comics, the Comic Book Universal Battles, Comic Oasis, Big Ben's, and also the Grey Mercenary Knights, and special guest DJ Thunderbase for his live and unique music. As well as we have a featured guest or legendary artist, Bill Morrison, will be there. And then there will be 2 costume contests and art contests as well for both 15 and under and 16 and up, both $100 prize apiece. You have a chance to win quite a bit, people. If you have some good art, let alone you have a cool cosplay and you win and you have a cool backstory. I won the first year, and so did my wife when we did a combo together. I wonder who's going to win this year.
We'll find out. We'll find out then. Colonial Mackinac is actually opening up this weekend.
Oh.
In Mackinac City. I love Mackinac Island, honestly. It's a fun island. Even though that fort that they put on there was made very stupidly. How you ask? You say, do you know there's a hill that actually opened? That's very prominent. That actually points up and down into the middle of the fort.
Yes.
That's dangerous.
Yeah, and you know how they know that? They learned that the hard way. During the Revolutionary War, they got a bunch of cannons up there, pointed it down. It's like, you're going to surrender now.
Right. Yeah. I've been there only a couple times. I only vaguely remember. Our one of our buddies in our guild, Leiden, he goes there often. Whenever he gets a chance.
Island.
Isn't there? I know there was a graveyard. I remember that.
There's also the Grand Hotel. Is one of the. It's actually used to be the manor for the lord of the island, and they renovated it and turned it into a hotel.
Nifty.
Yeah, Mackinac is a very old island, and it's one of the only islands I think it's the only place in Michigan that has no motor vehicles. It's all bicycles and horse and buggy.
Wow.
So you just have to. If my advice to anybody who actually goes there, if anybody from this podcast does go there, wear shoes you don't like. Because there's lots of drop-ins. Anyway, that's it for me. I don't think there's anything else I really.
All right.
Political chat. Let's choose games. Left, right. Screw that. Whack. There's now another player. So, back to it. I would like to just talk about what just recently happened within the past 48 hours or so of Hindu India and Pakistan, and both of them attacking each other about the same time. And they've been doing this for a while. It's kind of worrisome.
Well, I mean, the world has been going to the heck in a handbasket, so it's like, why not add more fuel to the fire of World War III?
Also, yeah, that's the thing. Some people trying to deny the World War III thing, and I'm like, dude, we've been in World War III for at least 3 to 4 years. Mm-hmm. Once Russia attacked Ukraine, China. Because that was around the time, and then also while that was happening, China was trying to invade India, and then there was also the skirmishes with Taiwan, and then China's trying to invade North Korea for some weird reason, and North Korea trying to defend themselves. Then they're buddies again. Then they try to fight each other again.
Always at each other's throats.
And then you got the massacre with Israel and Pakistan and
you got the Houthis and everybody else all fighting each other and causing terrorism, and it's just by the gods and the holy squirrels, this is insane. I was looking it up and watching it, and they're both arguing, and I was like, they're trying to say 5 were being taken down. I was like, I bet it was 3, and it's like, and they're trying to say so many soldiers were captured, and it's like, I bet it was only 1 was actually captured out of those 2, and the other 2 died in the crash. And I was exactly right every time.
And it's like, I actually haven't heard very much about it, but it's like, it sounds like my 7-year-old niece has better manners than these people who are supposed to be our freaking leaders. It's just like, my gods, you got Trump, who's literally bad mouthing his political, all of our allies, and then you got people like this, and then you got this incident in India and Pakistan. It's just like, my gods, people, can't you just have a civilized fucking conversation?
Oh yeah, how can you say it's a barrel with a fuse that's just been keep going?
This is just yet another example is that the earth is becoming too crowded, and we need to start focusing and working together to develop space program so that we can start exploring out into space, because that is the next logical step. That is the next.
Hopefully, we need to stop attacking Elon.
We need to stop attacking each other. The whole
Yeah.
point is, it nonetheless is not. We need to stop hating each other and realizing that we're not colors. We're not white, black, yellow, red,
We're
anything.
human.
We're
We're
all
species.
human beings,
Just
Homo
because
sapiens.
just because we come in different shades of color does not make us any less human. Do you cut me? Do I not bleed?
Yes, exactly. Do I not breathe? Do I not bleed? Do I not bleed the same blood? Mine might be sometimes black, but that was because I was poisoned. That's a little different.
It's just all of this is just becoming all this political turmoil, all the wars and everything. It's just after a while, it just becomes very tiresome, and it's just like I'm just don't. It's just like it's. I don't want to disconnect because if I disconnect, that means I can't be informed. But it's
Yeah.
just also it's just like I just want to take a break. I want to be left alone. I want to sit down, play video games, and not have to listen about another country going to war with each other.
Well, we can do that on Friday nights. But but on that note, with that, man, how I see it when it comes down to it is that we're all needing to unite with one another because we are actually having a population issue. It's actually a lot less than we actually know because population numbers were flubbed for a very long time, especially after the Koofball crap.
And the pandemic.
Yeah, the all that other stuff and everything else that's been happening. The numbers are a lot lower. People aren't having as many kids. Japan's having problems. Other countries are having problems. China's actually freaking out now
Well,
about
that's
their stuff.
because the biggest issue with Japan is that, and I did actually a study on this in high school. The reason Japan's having trouble with birth rates is because too many people are their workforce. How they workforce, it is brutal. How their workforce.
Mhm.
You don't even have time to have kids, and even if
No,
you
there's a reason they call those death marches.
Yep, that's insane. It's
And-
just I feel bad they even enforce people into doing that. They should have caused regular shifts of like 4 or 6 hour shifts where people are fresh and they can constantly shift out and be like, I'll see you in 6 hours. Go have fun.
And then
Go sleep.
what makes it even worse is that it's like they absolutely refuse to sleep with people who are not Japan. Japan, despite its beautiful country, is very racist.
Mhm.
Almost every country is if you actually pay attention.
Well,
It's how you keep a race though pure. I know it's fucked up sometimes, but there is. I've knew numerous Arabic and Muslim girls that would date you, mess around with you, but they'll never marry you, never breed with you, never have a kid with you, ever. I knew Chinese girls, same thing. Dated them, messed around, had fun, and knew a Japanese girl, same thing. It just depends on certain ones. Now there are other countries like more Hispanic. They're a different story. That breeding is a good thing, and they're definitely more down for it. I like them more anyways.
The series MASH actually made an episode about that. It's like that all the other nations besides America who was claiming these younglings and even giving them citizenship, but in America didn't. But that was beside the point. Where if a Korean woman slept with a GI or any sort of other person besides another Korean, and they had a baby, that baby would have been shunned, if not murdered, just because they were a half-breed.
Yep, and because they don't like mutts, and I know how that is because I'm a mutt. I'm mixed with numerous races, and people don't like me. And for some reason, I'm just good at things, and I'm just better than people at things naturally, and it freaks people out.
And it's also a proven fact that inbreeding doesn't work. It doesn't work with dogs. It doesn't work with people. It doesn't work at all. And all it does is cause more problems and chaos and brings more genetic deformities.
You can only do it so many times before the deformities happen. It's like after 2 to 3, and after like 2 to 3, it becomes deformities, and no matter what. And there's a problem with that, and you can't do that kind of stuff. That's why you're supposed to, mix a little bit and change up and be something different, like it, and helps out overall. I think that all of us can be united over one banner of being people, being alive, being a person, being human beings, because the whole concept is It's humankind. It's all of us. I don't care what your race is. It's what your mind is. Your brain is what you are and who you are. Your outside is your mobile suit, your Gundam, your meat puppet. That's what that
Do
is.
we have any final closing statements?
Tune in on Friday, 9 p.m. sharp Eastern Standard Time for Rolling to Die. DJ Heartsmace, what's our game this week?
Our game this week is Doom Crawlers, or best known as also Doom Saints, as things have gotten a little crazier. Prepare for a lot of mimics. You don't know what, where, or how. Be very mindful what you touch. And it's going to continue the story that I've been working on for probably 4 or 5 years now. And the big ending will be coming soon, hopefully by the mail, if it's done right. If they deliver things at my place right.
Also, one more thing. Like, share, comment, and subscribe. If you have any lore that you guys want us to discuss in a future podcast, please leave a comment in the below. And have a good night. I hope you have a good rest of the week.
Good night, everybody.
Please join us again next week as we will be back, same time, same place. Once again, my name is Devontae Ewing, aka DJ Thunderbase, signing off.